Hello and welcome back to the Movie Soup channel. Today I would like to take a quick look at the movie titled Uncharted from 2022. Before we begin, I would like to make it very clear that I am reviewing only the 2022 movie. I am not going to reference the games or any other associated materials. As always, I will start with a spoiler-free quick summary. First of all, I would like to say that I love treasure hunt movies, and of course Indiana Jones is the best. But despite how ridiculous the chases and the action scenes were in his movies, there was always that charisma and some realism to them. He was always getting hurt and knocked down, and his trademark whip pulled him out of quite a few predicaments, and his beloved outfit was always with, or rather on, him, no matter how dirty or damaged it was. Unfortunately, none of this is present in this movie. I actually barely managed to watch this movie till the end. The last time I was so revulsed was quite a while ago watching John Carter. It seems like the movie makers just stopped caring. They use the exact same formula of pointless visual stunts, uncomfortable and forced humor, and fan service. Form over function in everything. You know what, actually, I was not a big fan of the National Treasure movie, for many reasons, which I won't dive into now, but compared to this mess, that movie is a hidden gem. So don't waste your time on this show, go rewatch the good old indie or give the National Treasure a shot. And with that wonderful recommendation out of the way, let me run you through some infuriating details of this movie. The opening scene immediately introduces a whole load of nonsense, so Nathan cannot bend over against the flow of the wind to grab the straps, but he can somehow jump against the wind. This sets the tone for the entire movie. It is a compilation of cool and nice looking scenes, or rather ideas. It is not a coherent story with a logical and gradually developing plot. So Nathan had a troubled childhood. Him and his brother lost their parents and ended up in an orphanage. His brother seemed to have some unexplained criminal tendencies to steal relics, and both seem to be somewhat of history nerds. They get caught, and I mean, why the f*** do the cops let him get out of sight when bringing them back to the orphanage? Why did they let his brother even pack his things up? For what? You won't need them in prison. Why does Nathan end up living arguably a crappy life working as a bartender and stealing jewelry? Why does the movie provide no explanation for why his life turned out this specific way? He obviously is a smart and cunning person, so there should have been a reason for him not succeeding in life. Nathan also says early in the movie that he has not heard from his brother regularly except for a few texts, calls and emails, and postcards from around the world with heartfelt messages, and Sully recruits him on a mission in the most stupid manner possible. I mean, what was that stupid deliberation about? It was not even a deliberation. Nathan just took a walk home and looked at some pictures. What a disaster. Why not have Nathan maybe investigate all the info he ever received from his brother meticulously, and maybe eventually give up on the idea of finding his brother? He goes out to a pub and meets Sully, who uses his touch to strike a few strings in Nathan's heart, maybe throw a couple of small clues. Nathan would first reject, then go home, get drunk, spend a night or two rechecking his notes, and with Sully's clues coming to some new conclusions or finding new clues, which would make him go back to Sully and them working together. This is just lazy writing, man. Then the action. I mean, did they really need to make it so silly and unrealistic? Nathan is supposed to be a smart kid or an awkward Peter Parker. Could you not choose something specific, stick to it and develop? Sully, played by Mark Wahlberg, is a stone face, but he somewhat actually fits this movie and made it a bit more watchable, at least for me. Also, is there no police according to the story of this movie? I mean, they fought and discharged a weapon in a pizza joint in the center of Barcelona, and Sully just walked away with no rush. Oh, and speaking of a pizza joint, over 100 million budget, massive production, and you still could not figure out how to do integrations. What the f***? Please. The Moncadas, supposedly a super powerful family, a dynasty as a matter of fact, and yet Santiago acts as if he was born yesterday. Why did his father want to donate their wealth? If I'm not mistaken, early in the movie they mentioned the family had a very dark past and associations with the truly disgusting organizations. So what caused his father to rethink? Why would his father have control over all assets? Would he not have a solid chunk as well? Also, what up with the hires and the troops? Chloe clearly is a Tomb Raider, while Braddock is a mercenary, so why put them against each other? Why did he not have his own personal army as well? How did Braddock persuade his own guards to betray him? It couldn't have been just the money? Come on. Put some fucking effort into writing. Why is Nathan Drake unkillable? Why does he take no damage from a collision with a car, or getting hit in the head, or from smashing into a container? When searching for clues in their hotel room, the crisscross thing is an absolute trash. What if he crossed them, twisting in another direction? What if he didn't lean them? Why does he send Chloe to a false location and not confront her in their hotel room? He did leave the fake shit visible on purpose and wanted her to take the bait. Why did Nathan call Sully a traitor when they found the treasure? He clearly wanted them both to lag, and Nathan made his own choice to pursue his vendetta instead. The scene of the flying ships is a cool idea, but also, what the actual How did the Scottish dude end up flying the chopper if he was on the ground with Braddock? How did they notice the other chopper steering away if it was the trailing one? Why did Braddock choose to pursue them and not dock the one ship she had already secured? How come the gunpowder did not go bad in the years the ship spent in the arguably humid cave? And why the Zippo that consistently makes spark does not burn consistently? I mean, if it has gas, it burns. If it does not, it won't matter how much you strike it. Why did the pilot not steer the chopper straight down when they got shot? When Sully saved Nathan, why show that stupid moment of hesitation? Yes, they might lose the still surviving ship, but they know exactly where the other one crashed, and so scavenging the ship with their skills would not have been a problem. Anyway, I'm definitely not going to rewatch this movie. And I sincerely hope you enjoy this video. As always, goodbye.